Hello everyone, my name is Akash and I'm here to present on understanding the U.S. housing market. So let's get started. I have three main objectives. What counties/states have the highest housing prices, and is there a relationship between sale price and time? Number two, as a seller, where is the best place to sell a house? And number three, as a buyer, where is the best place to buy a house? These are 6 graphs that I created in order to answer the objective. The first one is a tree map, so you can tell that DC has the highest sale price on average. Virginia and Maryland are second and third respectively. This is a state dashboard that utilizes several lollipop and bar graphs to display 4 metrics by state. So DC and Virginia have the higher than sale price, and which is average $350, and DC and Virginia have higher than that. The gold diamonds depict average homes sold. NC is currently the highest at 193. Pennsylvania has the highest average days on market at 88. And West Virginia and North Carolina have the lowest and highest average number of new listings by state, respectively. And everything is dynamic, so if you wanted to subset on a certain state, you certainly can do so. There is a city dashboard that has the same layout as the state dashboard, but you can filter on state and city. So for example, if you wanted to look at Maryland, these are all the counties in Maryland. And then if you wanted to look at Baltimore, for example, it will subset on Baltimore. Moving forward, this is a geospatial bubble chart that shows the median sale price, which is size by city, by state. State is color. You can tell that there are sparse cities within each state, and for this reason, average was used on all the analysis so that we can compare states apples to apples. Lastly, in the Tableau section, we created a splicer graph, which is the most versatile. It is built for analysts, so they can do their own analysis. The x-axis is time, which can vary between month and quarter for date granularity. And the y-axis dynamically displays 5 different metrics, which we talked about earlier. We can also subset on state and city. The Condigram spiral plot was created in D3. It's a horizontal bar graph wrapped around itself. This type of graph takes up less real estate, so it's very powerful. The x-axis is by date and then by state, which is in color. The y-axis is the average median sale price. So by colors, the bars are increasing. This shows that there's a steady rise in sale price by state over time. You can certainly tell with Virginia, for example. There is also a tooltip that shows the state, the value, and the date. So moving forward to conclusions. So the couple results, DC and NC are ideal states if you are seller and buyer respectively. DC has the highest sale price, the lowest days on market. They are also middle of the pack when it comes to new listings, suggesting new potential buyers will have options but not too many options. North Carolina has the lower than average sale price and sell the highest homes per average. Houses in North Carolina stay on the market almost 3 months, suggesting the buyer does not have to rush. As future steps, I would like to obtain a more expansive data set with a geospatial indicators and more locations. I could also add in additional fields such as crime rates by zip code and determine if that affects housing rates. Lastly, I would build a dashboard for the C-suite audience rather than the analyst level, and that dashboard could also have more D3.js graphs, which would depict motion-related graphs. So that wraps up the HTML portion of my presentation. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. And I will go into my folder where I recorded and saved all my notes and files that I used for this presentation. I am using WAMP as a local host server. And over here is my index.html opened in Notepad++. You can tell that I did bring in CSS files. At the bottom, I did bring in jQuery files as well, or JS as well. JS and jQuery. As my data source, I did use CSV. You can tell that there are 13,000 rows and almost 27 columns. I also did use JSON for the D3 graphs as well. Lastly, I did use Tableau to create the first several graphs. And I did import that into Tableau Public. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.